Hello my miniatureholic family and welcome back. In this week's video I'm going to talk to you about flooring and getting prepared for the electrical. Now in a previous video my miniatureholic buddy Ronnie, she showed you how she did her edge banding with the flooring. So that's how she prepared her flooring. I went to Lowe's, Menards, and Home Depot. In their kitchen area they have free samples of countertop tiles. So I grabbed some of those, cut them into 1-inch squares, and that's how I made my flooring. I'm going to show you how I did that. Now I started the project inside the house, but you have to be very careful because even with the ceiling fan going and the door open and my mask on, my lungs still, they were irritated even into the next day. So I took the project outside and I completed them all. So be very careful with that. Even outside I wore my mask. So also in the beginning I want to start doing this with the THORN here. I want to do hallway 1, then the next week do hallway 2. But it's not going to work out like that because I need to prepare the whole house for electrical. So we're going to do that first. So I'm going to show you how I drilled the holes for the electrical and how I made the grooves to hide the cord. So that's what we're going to do this week. And I hope you enjoyed. With that being said, let's get started. Okay, so I want to show you how I do my flooring, some of it. Okay, so what I do is I make sure that I have a mask. I have my little desk saw, and then I put a plastic, just a simple bag from either Walmart, Kroger, just wrap it around it to catch any dust that might come out. Definitely make sure you're in a ventilated area. I have my front door open, I have the fan going, so that helps a whole lot, trust me. So I'm going to put my mask on, but what I'm going to show you first is, what I did was I went to Lowe's and Home Depot, and they have sample countertop pieces. And so I picked up a couple of them because I just love the designs on them. It'd be great for flooring. See, and I even got like a white, I got different colors. So I grabbed a few of each one, and then I measured like 1-inch pieces. So I took a ruler and I measured and I made 1-inch blocks. So I'm cutting each one of those blocks. I'm going to show you how I do it, and then I'll show you my little stash. So first I put on my mask. Okay, it's about to get a little loud. Here we go. And please be careful with this blade. So I'm going to line it up. So I want to show you, I got a nice 1-inch square, and I don't have to sand it or anything, and it's smooth. This is good tile. You can use it for bathrooms or flooring in your dollhouse. So now I'm going to show you my stash. Okay, so this is my stash. I've collected a few towels. Now these I got from Museum of Miniature attic sale. They're real cute, so I got a stack of those. These I got from, I believe it was Lowe's. Just a few towels. They're free. Don't get me wrong, they are they're samples. So you guys go pick up a few samples. You don't even have to ask. They're sitting there, so it's not illegal. So, and then they're different types, like a white. Like some you can see a little color in it. And then some are just plain white. Then I got some white that has little speckles or specks in it. Then I got this color. I thought it was so cute. It's got a little yellow in it. Even some purple. That one's pretty. And this color right here. So I cut my towel and I keep them separated according to the color. Like I got some blue ones here. And you can see the back of it. And they're 1 inch. So it's good flooring and it's also good for the bathroom. And then I even got black. It is just really nice. So what I'm doing is I'm cutting towels so that way when I'm ready for my flooring I can just go in and pick and make my pattern on my template, and then if I like it, just literally one by one glue it together. So when I do my first one, I'm gonna have you with me so you can see how it's done. Now let's move on. This is my stash, and you can see the various colors in the different compartments. And so I'm doing one section at a time. I'll have multiple colors, so I have a variety of options. Yeah, so that's my little floor tile stash. Now I will be doing wood. I do have wood. I'll show you some of that real quick. Okay, so we're in my arts and craft room, and I want to show you my tote for my wood flooring. These are my strips I already cut, like literally the tips off of popsicle sticks. And it's good for flooring wood. And you can just dye these sticks any color you want to. Use some stain. So we're going to go over here, and I'm going to show you all of this is wood flooring. Literally. So I got paper frames and wood flooring, wood flooring, rugs and wood flooring. I mean, this whole row pretty much is flooring for the most part. And let's open up. So those are frames, but this can be wallpaper. Here's some, yeah, this is more wallpaper. This is flooring. You can actually paint this. And then I cut this on my Cricut, but this is for my ceiling. So I got a great design. Which ceiling I'm gonna use it on, I don't know. And I also have natural wood that I purchased that I can cut into strips for flooring as well. I purchased that online. Let's go to the next drawer. Plenty of wood. Plenty of wood. I can cut strips. I can cut rectangles, triangles, squares, you name it. Perfect for flooring. And then we have, of course, the popsicle sticks. We have carpet, more popsicle for even thinner strips. These look more realistic. And also, oh, I got these towels. Offline, gorgeous. I love this. I think bathroom when I see this. One of my bathrooms is going to get this. Beautiful. And then this I got from the miniature attic sale. It's not enough to do anything with. It may be a backsplash. It's like 2 sheets, but not a complete floor. And this one too. It's just a different color. And I think these I have, wow, several sheets of these. So these floors are going to be really nice. I have more flooring under there. Here's more flooring. So these are some samples I got from, I believe it was Lowe's or Home Depot, and these are the black ones. They're going to be cut in squares. This is parquet flooring that I got from the Museum of Miniature Houses. Over the years, literally, I've been collecting because I love that type of flooring. So now that I've talked to Ronnie, I know how to make it myself. Again, this is from Museum of Miniature Houses. And just, it's different things in here that you can use for flooring, including these patterns. These are like paint patterns that I got from Lowe's. You can use it for backsplash on walls or flooring as well. It's just thinner. So that's my stash. Now this is my other stash that I want to show you. Now I have some mixed veneer sheets, the ones I showed you in my arts and craft room. I have cut some in, let's say, squares, diamond shape, and then I also have this color. Now what I did was I went on Amazon and I just typed in mixed veneer sheets in packs, and they come in like 20 in a pack, sometimes 30. So, and they real pretty. Some of them have real nice colors. And here's a couple of examples, like this. And then I just cut it in squares or diamonds, triangles, rectangles. Here's another one. And they're really thin in this actual wood. So that's what I use. Also, the edge banding that Ronnie used. Cut them in squares. Here's some diamond shape. Now these I got from the Museum of Miniature Houses attic sale. Through the years I've collected. They were already cut, pre-cut. And you can use the back of them as well as the front. Love them. And then I have these, which literally, if you go to Lowe's or Menards or some hardware store, it's just simply the paint sample sheets. Those little square paint samples. Just cut them in squares or diamonds or any shape, 1 inch, and that's your flooring. This is literally, that's what that is. So I just want to give you a close-up look. So we get a little closer here, so you can see my second stash. Again, veneer sheets, and some of them are so pretty. Your flooring will look wonderful. Of course, without flooring, you're going to have to seal it, sand and seal it. And you'll see when I do my flooring what I'm talking about, if you don't already know. Some of these, it's hard to see the color because of the light, but I'm doing the best I can. Let's see. Just trying to give you a little close-up look. This is the edge banding, as well as these. Now I just cut them in different shapes. The main thing is just stay consistent with what type of flooring. If you want 1/2 inch scale, you cut 1/2 inch. You want 1/12 scale, you cut 1 inch. But I love that veneer. Get you a whole sheet of those, you have plenty of flooring. So I think I have enough flooring in my stash, not just this one, but all my flooring that I've collected to last me quite some time. I may be able to actually floor all these houses. Okay, that's it for the extra flooring now. Let's move on. Okay, so what I did was I got a ruler to use as a guide. And I'm going to see if I can get this camera a little bit closer. So you see this circle at the other end? And then I got the ruler to come to the circle here, so that way when I go down with the Dremel, you don't have to be perfect because it's going to be covered, but you at least want it straight enough. Because I don't want wires going in this direction, in this direction. I want to try to keep them all straight so that I don't have to cut so many lines. So let's see how this goes. Start it. Okay. We'll start it with this. See what happens. Making a groove, but it's not deep enough, so we can go a little bit deeper. Okay, so let me get a little bit closer. So I made the groove. You can see it. And I didn't go into the hole where I pierced to bring the wire through, but I did try to keep going back. I did make a groove deep enough to where the wire can lay there, and I can literally put like some masking tape or any kind of tape pretty much just to cover it, so it'll be smooth when you put your flooring down and it won't be, you know, a hump. So I'm going to go ahead and finish working this all the way back, and also on other parts of the house. I just want to give you just a little sample of what I'm doing. And when I get to other parts of the house, if the camera will allow me to get some good footage, then I'll let you see me do a little bit more. This is what it looks like so far. I've dug a groove from the front of the first hallway to the back of the back of the house. So let me show you. From here, you see all the way up there to all the way back here. I'm ready to vacuum this out so we can see it better. Okay, you can see it way better now that I've vacuumed it up. And so what I'm getting ready to do is take a sand block and get some of this leftover wood that's sticking up. Go down in the groove. And then I'm going to vacuum that up as well. And I'm going to get a piece of wire to show you how it lays in the groove. And then once you put that flooring over it, you won't even know that the wire is there. Okay, here is a light that I got, a ceiling fan light with the wire. But I'm not going to hook it up. I just want to show you that since that groove is there, you see how it lays in there. And so once I get tape and tape it over it, then the wire won't go anywhere. And your ceiling fan will be hanging from the bottom, and you won't see the wire once the flooring is done. Now, to me, this is better than tape wiring because in tape wiring, if something goes wrong, you have to track down the problem and move stuff and tear down wallpaper. With hard wiring, you know if this light goes bad, you know where that wire is. You go straight to that and you replace it. It doesn't affect the rest of the house. So I am going to be doing tape wire in my Victorian house. So, but that's further down the line. Well, let's move on. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how I'm doing a bigger room where there's more space. I'm going to make a line from here to here. And then I'm debating on whether or not I want to take the line back this way and go through the door, or just take it straight down here, which I think I will just go straight here all the way down. And then I can tuck it behind something and go through that wall. So don't forget your face mask. It's going to get dusty, and don't forget proper ventilation. Okay, here we go. want to tell you, I love this. This tool works in like, what, a minute or a minute and a half, and I got this groove. And then this part right here, it literally has a groove all the way across here. So now all I gotta do is just take a drill and it'll go into the hallway so I can keep all my wiring hidden. So while it's dusty, I'm going to take this sand block and get the excess wood off. So that way I can see it. And I don't have to worry about splinters. Okay, now I'm going to vacuum it. Okay, so let's see if we can get a closer look. Finally mapped out how I'm going to do my lighting. So we've already did the groove all the way here. So I'm going to make it go here, through there, and that's the back hallway. I'm going to drill that hole and send that wire through. So we don't have to worry about it down here because the light will be up here in the ceiling. So unless I want a lamp down here or any other electrical, I just make grooves and make it meet to the back hallway downstairs, and I'll connect the wires. So I'm going to take you around and show you how I'm going to do the other wiring. So let's go around here. Okay, so we've already done this groove, and it's leading all the way back. Ooh, you can see that. Yeah, that's open, so that's why it's hard to see. But it's all the way back to the second hallway. And like down here, unless I want lamps or some other lighting, I would take it literally around the floorboard area and hook it up to the back. Everything's going to be hooked up to the back part of the hallway and the back part of the house. So let me show you up here. What I've done was I took a pencil and I drew a line from here all the way to the back to the very corner, and it's going to go to here. And I'm going to drill a hole through this wall. It's going to come out on this side in this corner. And it's going to come here, and it's going to meet up with this right here. And it's going to, groove is going to go all the way back and meet up with that wire, and it's going to go to there. Then it's going to go down to the back room on the second floor. And these wires here, same thing. I drew a pencil where I want my line to go, and it doesn't have to be straight as long as you have a groove, as long as it ain't zigzag all over the place. But all the way back to that wall. And it's going to go through here, and I'm going to take it through a hole, drill it there, and everything's going to meet up back here. Okay, the very back room on the second floor is where all the wire is going to come down here, and it's going to go down here because this is where the kitchen is going to be, and I'll be able to take it through the floor underneath this house. Is an empty space, and I'll hook all the wire up there. Now, as far as this room, because there has to be light in this room down here, so it's going to come up through here. It's going to go to this wall, straight back, and it's going to come out over here. Same with this one. Taking it straight over to this wall, groove all the way to the back, and I'm going to take it down through this corner into the floor underneath the house. That's how I'm going to hide the wiring. And pretty much that's it. So I'm going to get busy making the rest of these grooves, and we can literally move on to flooring it doesn't really take a lot. As long as you get the basics done, the wiring is the main thing. That and the flooring. The painting and decorating the rooms, that's the extra fun part. So I'm going to get busy getting all these grooves done, and we can move to flooring. Now I'm going to try to drill a hole where I want it to go. So excuse the noise. All right. Now let's find out where it went on the other side. Okay, it should have came out through here, hopefully. Yay! It did. See? So now it can literally go into this groove all the way over. And I gotta drill a hole here to go into the other room. Okay, so not bad with the grooves and the wiring, but there'll be more footage on that. I'm just glad I didn't hit the outside of this house. Good morning. Today is a new day, and we had a shutdown last night because I did not realize it was 1 o'clock in the morning. My grandson came to me and said, Nanny, can I go to bed now? I'm like, well, yeah, you can go to bed. What are you talking about? Well, you got the light on, and it's like 1 o'clock in the morning. I was like, oh my God. Okay, and it was kind of dark, but today it's morning, it's bright, so I'm going to open the doors because I want to show you what I did and then shed some light so that you can see. Get everything ready for you. Okay. And then let's see. Let's get the roof. Just stand up. There we go. Okay, so let's get some light on, and I'll show you what I did. Here we go. Now, we're going to start over here. Now, the mistake I made was saying that we were going to go week 1. Let me show you. Week 1, we were going to do hallway 1. And then we were going to do hallway 2 the second week. No. My mistake. So basically, let me get some light over here so you can see. So what we're going to do is, what I should have said was we're going to do the electrical first throughout the house. Because some people do it room by room, but it's so frustrating for me to have to go back and do something and repeat something again. So what I want to do is show you what I've done with the electrical. Look at this. See the hole that I drilled for this light in this lower hallway. It has to go in through the bottom to get to the top part so that I can set the wire in the groove. And I did, if you look at my fingers, it is a groove all the way back. So I'm going to take wire from this room all the way back, and then I'm going to go around and show you what it's going to look like. So hold on. Let's get some light around here. Okay, so we have drilled from the front of the house all the way to the back of the house. Now, this side of the house, every wire from here is going to come through this little hole. You can't see it from here, but I drilled all the way across. I made a groove so that the wire from the front will come back here. It will meet up with the wire coming from this part of the house, and both wires will go through here. There's a little hole that's going to lead to this room right here. Now let's go to this part of the house so I can show you. Okay, so now we're on this side of the house. I'm going to get in closer. You can see where I drilled the hole right here and right here. These are going to be the holes for the light for this room here. So we got to bring the wire through the floor. When the wire comes from this end, it's going to go down this groove, and it's going to meet up with this wire, which is the second light for the lower room. And both wires are going to go down here Then there's a groove along this wall that's going to lead to this hole. I don't know if you can see it, but I drilled a hole, and that's where both wires are going to go through. And that's the hole that's on the other side in the hallway that you can barely see. So now that that light is shedding, I'm going to go around and see if I can get you to see that hole. Okay, now you can see the hole that I drilled. So there it goes. So the wire is going to come through here, and it's going to go across this groove. It's going to meet up with the wire coming from the front. And both of those wires will go across here, and it will go into this hole that I drilled. So now we're going to go to the attic so I can show you what I'm doing there. Now up in the attic, this room here, we have 3 rooms, remember? So this room here, I've already drilled. You can see the groove. Let me see if I can get my hand in here. The groove is going to start here, and it's going all the way back. Then it's coming over to this wall, and there's a hole drilled, and I drilled that hole from this side. So when the wire comes through that little hole, it's going to come all the way across into that groove, and it's going to meet up with this wire for this light. Because see, this hole right here is going to be for this top hallway light. So we're going to take that wire up, bring it down through the groove, and go all the way back to this hole, which is for the back hallway light. It's going to go down, and it's going to meet up with the other wire coming from this room here. And it's going to go across, meet up with this one, and they're going to meet up like right there. So there's another hole that leads to this room over here. So let's go over here. And so we start here. This is where the light's going to come from the second floor up to here, so we can have light down there. I'm going to take the wire down this groove, and it's going to go over, and all the top floor wires are going to meet on this side, and it's a hole that I drilled down into the second floor back room, and so they are going to meet there. So let's go to the second floor back room and see where all the wires are coming from. Okay, so now this room right here, let's see all 4 rooms, right? Okay, so this room right here, the light, the ceiling light, is going to go here. It's going to go up into the attic, and it's going to go down that groove. As with this light for this room, it's going to go here. It's going to connect, go down that groove, and they're going to come out. There it goes. So it's going to come out there from the attic, and it's going to go to that corner, and it's going to come down the wall. Now there's a hole in the floor. So the wire from the second floor, all the top second floor, is going to meet right here. That little hole is going to come out there. Then the wires from the attic and from the other part of the house is going to come, and they're going to meet right here with that hole. So I can get a clear shot. Okay, so they're going to meet right there with that hole. And I put circles around the holes because they're kind of hard to see. So it's going to come through the floor. And it's going to go down this corner. And then I have a hole in the floor. Let's see if we can get a closer look. Yeah, so all the wires are literally going to go in that hole. And those wires are small. And if I have to make it a little larger, I will. And so every wire in the house is neatly organized to meet right here in this particular spot. And there's another hole in the floor. Let's see. Right there. So I'm going to back it up so you can see. So there's one hole on this side, and there's one on that side. So every wire in the house is going to meet up in these 2 holes. So for that hole, that's going to take care of this room and this room. So what I did was the hole for this room, the lighting, is going to go down the groove, down the wall. It's going to cut into this wall. And so this lighting is going to come, the wire is going to come through the floor. It's going to go over here, and it's going to meet up with the room next door. And then it's going to go into the hole in the floor. Like I said, it's hard to see these holes, but that's why I put a pencil mark around it. So that's going to go down here. There's a hole in the wall way back in the corner. Way back. Let me see if I can show you with my finger right there. And it's going to come down. And it's going to meet. It's going to go through this little hole. So, with all the wiring in the house, every wire is going to meet in this bottom area, which is going to be the kitchen. It will be neat and organized. Whew. Yeah, it was a lot of work last night. I stayed up pretty late. So what we're going to do, I'm going to shut these doors while I'm talking. What we're going to do is we're actually going to continue putting the house together, but we're going to do the electrical first. And then we're going to get some of the floors prepared. So we're going to get the floors prepared as we do the rooms. But I just really wanted to get the wiring set up. So what I'm going to do, instead of week 1, we're going to do the top hall. Week 2, we're going to, no, we're not. we're going to do the electrical first. And then I'm going to prepare the floor and the ceiling for both hallways. And that way, I'm not going to put them in right away because I have those templates. So I'm going to do the walls first. I always paint my walls first. My floors will be done on templates, so I don't have to worry about it messing up my walls. And then the ceiling can be put in. Now, if I decide to paint the ceiling, then I won't put a template. I'll just go ahead and paint. But I'm going to keep an eye on where the hole is for the light. Okay, so that is pretty much it for this week. I'm going to shut these doors. So, like I said, I don't write things down. Just go with the flow. But then I think, okay, well, let me go back and redo this. Maybe I should write things down, but it doesn't work for me. So, that's it for this week, and I'll see you next week.